You want to know what really shakes a woman? It's not when you blow up in anger. It's not when you block her number or delete her from your life. It's not even when you cry or beg her to finally understand. No, the thing that rattles her soul the most is something far quieter, far more dangerous. And most men never discover it. It's when you stop trying. When the man who once bent over backwards to keep her happy finally stands still, unbothered, calm. That silence, that shift in your spirit, it doesn't just confuse her, it cuts deep. Because she realizes for the first time that the man who always gave, who always explained, who always forgave, is gone. Let me show you exactly what happens when a man steps into that silence. Point 1. Breaking the cycle of expectation. At first she doesn't even notice. She assumes you're still caught in the same cycle. You chasing, she pulling away, you proving yourself again. She expects your long texts after her short replies. She expects your late night calls when she ignores you. She expects your patience when she disappears. But then something shifts. You don't respond with the same old effort. You don't explain yourself this time. You don't play into the pattern. And that sudden break in routine, it shocks her. Because women don't fear distance, they fear unpredictability. When she no longer knows how you'll react, she realizes she doesn't have the grip on you she thought she had. Point 2. The weight of no reaction. Think about it. Every time she stirred drama, you gave her fuel. Your anger, your chasing, your explanations, it was all energy for her to feed off. But the day you stop reacting, that's the day her power collapses. She tests you with silence, and you answer with peace. She throws attitude, and you don't flinch. She disappears for days, and you don't follow. And suddenly, it's not fun anymore. It's not control anymore. Because what she relied on, your reaction, is gone. And nothing is heavier to her than realizing the fire she used to spark in you has burned out completely. Point 3. The mirror. She never wanted to face. Your silence becomes her mirror. For the first time, she sees herself without distraction. No arguments to twist, no apologies to manipulate, just the cold truth of how she treated you. And in that mirror, regret begins to grow. She remembers the nights you stayed awake, trying to fix what she wouldn't admit was broken. She remembers the times you gave her patience when she gave you distance. But now, there's no safety net. There's no man absorbing the damage. Just her, alone, staring at the reflection of what she lost. And silence makes that truth scream louder than words ever could. Point 4. Freedom where fear used to live. Here's what she never expected. You're not angry, you're not bitter, you're not seeking revenge, you're free. She thought the worst thing she could do was lose your love, but she was wrong. The worst thing she could do was give you the space to remember who you were before her. That man, the man who laughs without hesitation, who sleeps peacefully, who doesn't live on edge, that man terrifies her. Because now she sees something she can't compete with. Your freedom. You don't need her validation. You don't need her attention. You don't need her at all. And that freedom is the sharpest blade you'll ever hold. Point 5. The change in your energy. It's not just silence she feels, it's your new energy. You don't look drained anymore. You don't sound desperate. You carry yourself differently. You look lighter, more alive. And she notices. Trust me, she notices. Women are experts at sensing energy, and when yours shifts away from needing her toward building yourself, she feels the loss in her bones. Because she thought she was the center of your world, but now she realizes she was just a chapter, and you've already started writing a new one without her in it. Point 6. She learns. It was only access. This is the truth that destroys her. She never had power over you. She only had access. Access to your time, your love, your patience. And the day you close that door, not out of spite but out of self-respect, is the day she understands what she lost. Because power only exists if you give it away. And once you choose your peace over her games, she learns the brutal reality. She never owned you. She just borrowed you, and the access has expired. Point 7. The memory that haunts her. When you stop chasing, you become unforgettable. She'll replay the times you bent your schedule for her. She'll remember the way you forgave her coldness. She'll think about how you carried the relationship when she barely lifted a finger. And now she'll remember the silence, that deafening, calm silence that told her everything without you saying a single word. That memory will live rent-free in her mind, because once a woman realizes a man who truly cared has stopped trying, she never forgets. Point 8. Seeing you rebuild. And then comes the final blow. She sees you thriving without her, not pretending, not posting fake smiles for revenge, but truly alive again, spending time with friends, building your career, growing into the man you were always meant to be. She sees you laughing in ways she hasn't heard in a long time. She sees your glow return, and it hits her. She didn't just lose you, she lost a version of you that would have done anything for her, and that loss, it weighs heavier than any breakup could. Point 9. The lesson she can't escape. The hardest lesson for her isn't that you stopped loving her, it's that you stopped needing her. Because once a man discovers his peace, he doesn't trade it for chaos again. She thought she had time to play her games. She thought she could leave and return whenever she wanted. But now she understands. She didn't lose a man who depended on her. She lost a man who chose her. And when a man learns to choose himself first, no woman can control him again. That truth doesn't just sting, it shakes her entire sense of control. Brother, this was never about revenge. It was never about trying to make her jealous or punish her. This is about something far more important: your peace, your self-respect, your freedom. When you stop explaining yourself, when you stop overgiving, when you stop handing out your energy to someone who never valued it, you don't just walk away, you rise. And that rise, it's unforgettable. She may regret, she may remember, she may even try to come back, but you've already chosen the one person who matters most, yourself. That's not just power, that's peace.